Let's take a look at the next drill in our progression series for breaststroke heel touch. Here we're going to now do this drill with the final piece or portion of the progression. And that's going to be done here with no equipment. And our athletes are going to put together everything that they've been working on up to this point. So let's go over some of those key items and things that we look for in this drill. Here, hands are going to be at the side. We want those fingertips to really be as long as they can. Head here is going to be in a very, very flat position. The athlete can take a breath when they need to by just lifting up the head and then putting it back down. And then what we're going to want to see is the heels here come to the hands. Just like so. And here the important thing is that there's contact being made here between the heels and the fingertips. This will help ensure that the height of the breaststroke kick is really where it needs to be so that it's up nice and strong. As our athlete then is lifting up those heels, we want to make sure that they're staying in the water. If it breaks the water here and there, we'll say it's all right. It'll be just feedback for your athlete that the feet just have got to be a little bit up, a little bit more under the water. Then what we're going to want to do here is a couple things. Before we talk about the direction of the kick, we want to have these feet making sure that they're turning out. And then what we want to see is a angled downward kick. We don't want to just kind of kick behind us or kind of kick down. That downward angle kick is going to be really important to the development of the breaststroke kick as a whole. So let's make sure that we're really kind of focusing on this, setting this up for a really strong, proper kick. And then we're just going to kind of keep repeating. Heels up, feet out, and getting that downward kick right there. At the end of the kick, what we really would love to see is just that the athletes remember here to make sure that they're kind of squeezing those toes. That'll help bring the feet up here just a little bit, and also ensure with this habit here that the arms and the legs in the breaststroke are going to really work together then to go forward. And again, we just keep repeating that cycle. Heels up, feet turn out, and then make sure that we're getting that kick, making sure that kick finishes. As we kind of said, take the breath when you need to, then put that head back down, and just kind of keep repeating the cycle. Athletes here don't need to hold the breath excessively when they're doing this. We just want to make sure that they should be able to get at least a couple of kicks in before having to lift up that head. So here, what we see is just the contact between the heels and the fingertips. Feet here are turning out. This is really nice. That means we're catching water here along the inside of the foot, along the inside of the calf. And then here we're doing also a really nice job of making sure that the knees are along that hip line. That's going to really kind of help here with the feet for the kick to kind of stay not too wide, but also not too narrow. And then what we said is just remember, you want to get that diagonal kick going, and then allow those toes here to point so that they can get up here a little bit higher up toward the surface. There we go, nice float up. And just nice and easy. We just really, it's not about pumping the legs. In breaststroke, we talk about this kind of concept also of having fast heels, that we want to get the heels up quick. That's what that means right here. We want to be able to get those heels up really quickly. It's not about going, how fast can I do the kick? How fast can I do the kick? Even though at times breaststroke, yes, we want it to be fast, but remember, all the power from the stroke is going to really come here from the legs and from the kick. So we transition here to coming back. We're just going to kind of look for those same things. Nice job here, head staying nice and steady. And again, then what we want to see is the heels coming up, turning out, and performing the kick. Remember, what we also want to see is that the knees, when we do our setup here, are going to stay along the hip line. If they're just outside, it's going to be all right. We don't want to just go overly excessive. Take a breath, put the head back in, and just kind of keep going through that same cycle. Our return view here will be able to kind of really tell a lot here for the athlete. So here we see the knees, and again, a pretty good spot. We got a little bit of a flare out here on our return view, but that'll be all right. It'd be just something here to kind of work with the athlete, just to remind them to make sure that we're keeping those knees a little bit more along the hip line, and then come out. It will be very easy for us to kind of tell if those knees are coming under the stomach from this view. So here we kind of see again, just good contact here. Those legs are here rather than everything kind of drawing inward. So we're doing a really, really nice job here for our athlete. So make sure you keep working with your athletes on these things. There's a lot of great opportunities and some simple things that we can do with drills just to kind of keep things overall nice and strong. Remember, every athlete will be able to do things to the best of their ability. Keep working with them to help them reach their maximum potential. If you found value out of this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe.